Hello and welcome to PyViz, the Population, Infrastructures, and Exposures Visualization Tool. PyViz integrates infrastructure data, in this case power outages, with ambient environmental exposure data, in this case temperature and air pollution levels, with data from social connectivity simulations. We believe PyViz adds substantially to the current mapping tools available by integrating power outage data and social connectivity patterns into maps of weather and pollution. We believe power outage data is particularly important for identifying periods of heightened environmental exposure, as people will no longer have the indoor environment to buffer their exposure to ambient outdoor temperatures and air pollution. Also, reduced social connectivity is associated with poorer health outcomes, particularly those health outcomes associated with extreme weather events. PyViz has basic GIS map exploration tools for zooming and selecting, which are explained on the right-hand panel. The home screen of PyViz shows compiled power outage data collected by the U.S. Department of Energy for the years 2000 to 2014. In the left-hand panel, you are able to select all or power outages that only occur during summer months for this time period. You can also use the slider bar to select states with a certain number of power outages. So now we can see that California has a comparatively large number of power outages during the summer months over the last 15 years. If you click on a state, you are given census data for population, income, and number of power outages. In this case, for California, 91 over the 15-year period during summer months. You can then click on More Data, which zooms you to the county-level map of the state, now color-coded by daily maximum temperatures. You have the ability to change this to either minimum temperature or extreme temperatures from the drop-down menu on the left. The extreme temp feature is defined here as above the 90th percentile for that county. If you are interested in a particular date, then you can use the calendar feature on the left-hand side to select a particular date. Also, you can overlay air pollution data collected by EPA by clicking on the checkboxes for ozone and nitrous oxides. You have the ability to use a slider to highlight those counties that experienced relatively high levels on that particular day. Finally, you can overlay a population-weighted estimate of number of socially isolated persons. Unlike other vulnerability tools that use census data on number of persons within a household, our tool is using simulated data from a synthetic population built by combining demographic, activity, and geospatial data sets. Here, isolated persons are defined as those that had 0 or 1 contacts per day. On the right-hand panel, you are given all of the power outages occurring in 2009 with additional information such as the duration, the demand loss, and the number of people affected. If you are interested in a particular power outage, you can select from this panel. For example, let's explore the power outage that occurred on July 21st in 2009. Let's then select the extreme temp feature from the left-hand panel to identify those counties where people may be experiencing extreme heat exposure during this power outage. We can then overlay air pollution data to identify those counties experiencing both heightened heat and air pollution exposure, and then overlay the social connectivity data. This will give us an idea of those counties that may be most vulnerable to adverse health outcomes during this power outage. We see this as a useful tool for both prioritizing first responders and resources and also exploring temporal correlations between power outages, weather events, and air pollution levels. This video is meant to give a quick overview of the capabilities of PyViz. Of course, the best way to get a feel for PyViz is to try it yourself.